Now YouTube, listen, one of the best things you can do whenever you get ready to go cobia fishing is make friends with your local bait and tackle shop. Now you take a look over here, you see I'm getting ready to go over here to Wallace's bait and tackle shop today. And not only am I going to familiarize myself with these guys, I'm going to make friends with them. Let's see what happens. Maybe they give me some advice today. Let's go into Wallace's and see what happens. Now remember when I told you about making friends with the guy at the bait shop? This is my friend Tony, and Tony's dipping us up some eels here. These eels we're going to take out. Remember I showed you earlier that this is what we're using for bait out here. Look, Tony's got one that's a coward. It's trying to get away. But that's what we're using for bait right there, man. You see them old slippery devils? Now they are slippery, so we'll put them in the cooler on some ice and that'll put them to sleep. Easy to hook up then. All right, now we talked about chum earlier, and here my friend Tony is going in there getting a chum. Now you want your chum to be as fresh as possible. Now sometimes Tony will grind his own and sometimes we use pre-bought, but this is the stuff right here. Now this is some of the equipment that we use when we go cobia fishing. First you're going to notice that we've got a pen spinning reel there, spooled up with about 30-pound test, and that's going to carry a 50-pound test leader. Over here you'll see we've got some heavier equipment here. We've got some of this deep sea equipment, if you will, because these cobia can reach up to 100 pounds, and I don't mind telling you they give one heck of a fight. So you want to make sure that you're geared up plenty heavy. I'm going to say that you're going to have a minimum of 30-pound test on a line like this with a shock leader of about 50-pound test. These cobia come in, they snag up on your bait, and they run with it. When they run with it, you got to let them have at it. So this is the kind of equipment that we're going to be using when we go cobia fishing today down in the Tidewater area of Virginia. Now you might wonder what kind of boat we're fishing out of, and it's just a 16-foot Carolina skiff. It's got a little Suzuki motor on the back there, a little 4-stroker. And we don't go far in it, but I can tell you right now, we go far enough. And you know, listen to that motor run. That's what we like to hear, isn't it? Now you may want to use some chum, and if you're going to use some chum, get yourself a chum bucket. Take just a 5-gallon white bucket, make sure it's got a good fitting lid, drill a few holes around the bottom, around the middle, put your frozen chum inside of that, and tie it off to the cleat on the back of your boat. As your boat bobs up and down at the anchor, the chum bucket will slosh around on the surface of the water, and you'll be able to put out a nice slick of chum. Now don't get me wrong here, you're going to have a lot of birds in that area because they're going to come to the chum. Well, fish are attracted to birds, and this is to your benefit. Don't be a bad guy and cut through another person's chum line. If you happen to see them out there chumming, stay away from it. Don't cut through it. Go across their bow. Okay, YouTube. Now, this is our bait of choice today, and then that's an eel. And you see that eel's on ice, and he's very, very quiet. Don't get me wrong, he is not dead. He's just asleep. And as soon as we hook him up, we're going to take and drop him off into the water, and he's going to come to life, believe me, and start heading for the bottom. Now, I like to hook him directly through the eyeballs. I hook in one side and out the other and just let him swim around. Some people like to hook them a little differently. They hook them from the bottom and up. Some other people like to hook them about midway and let them just swim around out there, and some people hook them up by the tail. All I can say is that you're going to have to use whatever works for you in your area. Now, you don't have to use eels. You can use small croaker, drumfish, small spot, things of that thing. Anything that's swimming around out there alive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking a few sodas. No, that watermelon there is not part of the bait, but it is part of the cooler. Hang with Heve as we go cobia fishing. Now, it's always good to keep your one line rigged, in this case our spinning line, rigged with what I like to call the old Rooster. Now check out Rooster here. Rooster's got some rooster feathers on the back and a big old pink tail there with a fluorescent orange head. We'll take in, these cobia will actually come up into the chum slick right behind the boat, and you'll be able to see them. You can throw a lure like that to them, and sometimes they'll snuggle that bad boy down. Well, today we're going to be using about 6 ounces of lead, and we're going to use this into a teardrop sinker. You can also use a swivel sinker, I guess, if that's what you had on. But we like this type of sinker here, and it's just going to be in shallow water. We'll probably be in less than 10 foot of water. The current will be rotting, but we're going to be at anchor, so this is going to work fine for us. Now, we'll put this on a fish finder rig. And as the cobia picks up the eel by the head, he will start swimming off with it. And the other day we had one run about 150 yards. Before he stops, when he stops, you point the rod directly at him, start cranking in slowly. That's going to cause that circle hook to set. That's going to cause that hook to set. And when it does, you're going to have the fight of your life on. What you're hearing right now is the sound of another cobia taking off on a run. Now that last one spit the eel, but this one here I got a feeling is going to be hanging tough and coming in, and here we go. Not yet, not yet. And that one's gone too. I don't mind telling you, it's 2 in the last 10 minutes. The first one spit the eel. Let's see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you hear that? That's the sound of the cobia taking off on a run. Now, he's not stopped yet. I'm going to have to stop here and put some reels away, but I'll tune you back in on our next cobia fish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fish on. That's it. That's the man in the suit right there. Here he comes. He's got that eel in his mouth. I'm going to have to cut him off now, ladies and gentlemen. We got to boat this bad boy, but I'll give you a picture of him when we come back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Now, this is a cobia, and these fish don't die easy. I don't mind telling you. We're going to put this bad boy back into the water because he's not a keeper. But, man, what a good time. Hey, hang with Have. We're going to catch a few more fish. All right, YouTube, there we are right outside of Wallace's Bait and Tackle. And let's take a look at that. Right there at 365 Dandy Point Road, 851-5451. You go ahead and give old Tony a call and see what's going on. Hey, you know what I want you to do? I want you to reach over there, hit that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And you know what? I'll catch you outside.